Hey guys, Zephyrnix here. I figured maybe I got off on the wrong foot with Mr. Event Status. So I figured since one humanitarian to another, I figured I'd offer my hand of friendship. I figured what we can do together as a team is to share with the world exactly what we've done for humanitarian. Well, not so much tell them what we've done, but kind of shown examples of what we've done. Now, like I told you guys before, I was a nurse. A lot of you guys know I was a nurse, but a lot of you don't know why I was a nurse. Now, of course, technology is definitely my forte. Obviously it is. My job requires me to be technologically advanced. But I want to go ahead and kind of share with you guys some certificates that I actually received. And the reason why I'm doing it is not to boast or anything like that, but I want to go ahead and kind of show, give examples of how I've given back to humanity. Now first of all, let me give you some, tell you why I became a nurse. Now, when I became a nurse, I originally started off on accident. I just wanted to get a job and I just wanted to work since the jobs in my area were kind of scarce at the time. So I started sitting down, just trying to find something. And mind you, I had a child on the way and I didn't know what to really do. So I started working at this place, right? So what happened was though was I started liking it. And I started talking to a lot of people there. And they were like, well, we need someone like you. Someone like you who's willing to go ahead and be patient and have the compassion to go ahead and give some of these people, the life that they were either they never had or they never could get in the real world, or rather in the outside world, or a comfortable life for those who have already lived their life, who have already molded, this world for us so we can live. So I decided that. So that's what I did. I dedicated my life to actually assisting those who are mentally disabled, who actually cannot live a normal life like everybody else can. And I also went ahead and shared with I shared with the elderly, because the elderly, they've already lived their life. They pretty much worked so hard so that we can live as well, so we can have a different life, so we can have a better life than they had before us. So I dedicated my life to doing that for about a good, 7 to 8 years, I believe it was. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and kind of go over some of the things that I've received. I'm showing you right here, should be on the screen, my CNA training. This is a certificate I gotten from CNA training. And this other one right here is my CNA skills for medical assisting in a doctor's office, which means that now I'm a medical assistant, which means that not only can I work in a doctor's office, but I also have the ability to go and actually work into in the field that I was doing. Basically, assisting in doctor passing out medication, giving shots, things of that nature. Even though it does say CNA, mind you, I didn't really work as a CNA. Even though I had to take the minimum requirements for a CNA prep course. A CNA prep. As you see right here, speaking of which, here's also a certified nursing assistance preparation test that I had to take. I had to take the test in order to do what I'm doing. So it was actually pretty cool. As you see here, I had to learn about domestic violence, education. It was a lot to go through. Elderly abuse, HIPAA, the HIPAA awareness, which quite frankly blew my mind. And of course, last but not least, in order to go ahead and work with the elderly, I had to learn about hospice and home health aid and home health care aid rather. So I had to learn about all those. Now those set me back in terms of money. Getting all of those, taking the test, doing all that set me back somewhere around $600 to $700. I'm sorry. Actually, that's incorrect. That's only counting the test and the certificates. There were actually more certificates, those certificates right there. There were actually more certificates that I actually had. I actually, now I think about it, I remember doing a video, and I'm only showing you about 6 or 7 certificates here, but if you guys remember correctly, I had a lot more certificates to show. The entire thing actually cost me somewhere in the grands. I think somewhere about between $1,200. Now, mind you, that's getting certified. That's also doing things like taking a test. That's also buying my uniform and stuff like that. That's also getting myself with transportation. Mind you, I didn't have a car, so I was actually kind of footing it for the most part. But sometimes I did need transportation, so I was getting transportation. It was a lot of stuff to go through that. But I wound up paying at least out of my pocket $1,200. And that's what I decided to do with him. As a humanitarian, I dedicated my life for 7 long years. 7 long years. They were long years to making other people's lives better. You know, and it's an honor to actually meet another humanitarian event status. I really do. You don't meet a lot of sometimes you meet people like in the nursing field who does it for the money. People like us who've actually done just for humanitarian reasons. I think that's fantastic, and I think we should set an example. Definitely should set an example, for the people out there, so that we can set that example, so they can go ahead and follow in our footsteps, man. I think that's fantastic. I really do. I really do. So, I know you're going to see this video, so why don't you go ahead and show the world, your examples of what you've done for humanitarian. I'm not talking about, by the way, I just want to let you know, I'm not talking about like just sitting there talking about it. I mean, anyone can really, I'm sure people have said that. Anyone can really say that they've actually done it. Hey, I've done this. Hey, I've done that. I stood on stage with Chris Rock one time. I didn't really do it, but hey, I can say I did it, and it must be true, right? So I don't want no one to kind of question your morals or anything like that. I'm trying to help you out here. Why don't you go ahead and show everyone your memorabilia and things of those nature, so what you got. Because I know you said that you traveled to Africa, you traveled to different places, I know you said that. I also noticed that you also said that, what else? What else did you say? Oh, you said that you did the humanitarian for Mexico, right? That's the one I really would like to see too, the Mexico one. You said that you went to Mexico, I believe you said, and helped out with the child molestation things, right? I think that's awesome. So if you don't mind, could you please show us exactly, what you've done and show us some examples? I know you must have some physical examples of what you've, what you brought back and how you left, a plane ticket or something. I don't know. I'm so excited. I've never really met another humanitarian before. I would love to see that, please. Anyway, I look forward to your response, man. Definitely look forward to your response. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.